Hello and welcome to this session. In this session, I will be showing you some materials. Okay, as I told, this is a basic class. I am telling again and again. This is not a detailed class. This is a very basic class. Okay, so when we will go to the detailed class, we will learn lots of things about material. But now here I will just teach you how to give a flat color to an object and a texture to that object. Just two things. Okay, so let me go to Rhino. So now here I want to give wood texture to everything. Okay, all the things are made of wood, so I want to give wood texture to everything. So how will I give? Okay, so I select suppose this one object. Okay, so here I click on this properties. Okay, so right side you have got properties. Inside that you have got the material here. You click on this material. Okay, so here we have got use layered material. Instead of that, click here. Okay, you have got one default material. So now I will click on plus and I want to add a material. Okay, so there are lots of things here. As I don't want to repeat this again. We will learn all this in detail. Now go to custom. Okay, click on custom. Okay, so see in custom you have got lots of things here. Here you go to the color. Okay, you can give a color, suppose red color I give. Okay, click OK. Now see your selected object has turned to red color. Number one. Okay, so number two, click on click on this object again. Now instead of this color I want a wood texture. So now go to internet, download a wood texture and save it in a JPG file. I hope you know that. Okay, so click here. Here click on assign texture. Here I have downloaded a wood texture, I think somewhere. Yes, here I have downloaded. Just double click on that. Just wait for a second. Now see it has been converted into wood texture. Now select this box, click on this material. Here you don't have to create that again. Okay, just wait for some time, you will get the wood material here. Just click here, the same material passes on to this. Select these four objects together, click here, click on custom material. So now this is wood texture. Now see I have created a subject of wood texture. Okay, now now I don't want to tell the details now because you will be confused. Just complete the cycle now. Okay, we have got other things to do also now. Okay, so this I have done the materials. Okay, so now see every material should have a shadow in the ground. Okay, so it's better always to create an object in the ground. Okay, base. So we always do this. I take a rough box here, a long box, like just a little thickness to it. Okay, let it be in gray color. Now it has come to the top. You can select it and just drag and move it to the bottom here like this. Okay, so this, why did I do this ground? To get the shadow. Okay, so let the color be gray. By default it is gray, leave it. Okay, so now next we have to go to lighting. Again very roughly I will tell you 3-point light. Okay, so I go to Rhino. So I go to render here, create a point light and place it over here. Okay, now see where did the light get placed? You have to arrange it from all the three directions. Of this F8 I keep one light here. Sometimes one light is also sufficient. Okay, but still I create a copy of this, COPY copy. Click on this base point and keep a light somewhere here also. Actually we keep 3-point lights. Okay, according to the camera, if I am displaying object from here, from this side, so one light here, one light here, one light here. Now I will go to the light properties. See here you have the light properties. This one I give here you have light properties. This one I give this is selected. Okay, this one is selected. This is one. The backlight I give intensity 0.75 and this light actually we give 0.75 and the backlight we give 0.25. Why? So that the shadow will not be darker. Okay, so that's why we reduce that intensity. So now we will click on the rendered view. You see you get like this. Okay, I think the light is very much. Okay, make this 0.5. Okay, Yes, make this 0.75. See, according to the distance of the object, you have to adjust the brightness. I make it 0.3. I make it 0.1. Now see, it looks a little better. Okay. Now I select the lights. Okay. So you can go to render, click on this panels. You have got lights. So this is the light panel where you can do the settings of the light. Okay. Default, fall off. Okay. There are several settings, you can give it to the light. Now let us render it. So this is my lighting section. So then I will go to rendering. There is lots of details about rendering, but now I will just do a rough rendering. Okay. This one I want to set the camera angle. Okay, which will look appropriate for this. Suppose I want to display my product design like this in this camera angle. Okay, so then I will go to save the file first. Okay, because while rendering there is always a option that your system may hang. Okay, so always save the work occasionally. Okay, we always do Control S every 1 minute or 2 minutes of the work which we do. So make it a habit. Okay, then you will not experience loss of files. Okay, we have experienced and suffered a lot in our times when the systems were slow and we used to do 3D where we have got lots of element inside it. Okay, so I click on render. There are rendering settings and all, don't go into that. Okay, now now see the rendered output from a by default setting. Okay. So here you have got the sample. Here it is 24 out of 50. We could have decreased that opacity. Okay, that intensity. Sorry, intensity we could have decreased. Now I am not going into detail. You just experiment it. Okay, so here is the file which you have got it. You can go to file and save as a JPG file. Okay, so now I save it in the desktop. Okay, so actually we should do a file management system. I always do it. Okay, so cat 3D, here I save this class 1 table. Okay. Always name it in such a way so that even if you open the file after 10 years, through the name you can know that what it is. It should not be like A, B, C or some desktop or my documents. It should not be saved there. Okay, so now I have saved it. Okay, next part comes your presentation. See, I want the presentation like this. Okay, so most of the students I have seen, they create the 3D object perfectly, but they don't place it in a correct camera angle. They don't place perfect lights. Okay, so they don't give any credit or give any captions like you have to write here what you have done. Table and chair 3D model by Chitrasen Parida. This is the table and chair image. Here you see there is a design in the left side. Here you have got the image, then by whoever has created it, the name of that person. So I want a unique design of each of you. Okay, which you create it for once. Okay, in the first class itself you do it. Okay, you create it for once, and whatever designs you do, whatever classworks you do, you have to compose the PNG file in this way and save it serially. Okay, so whenever you will be having your assignments or whenever you will be having your jury, you have to show all the works from the beginning till your jury work, whichever has been assigned. Okay, so this will give a good impression to the jury that you have learned systematically step by step and you are able to create step by step. Okay, so this is more important because in the jury and all, they expect that a student should have a knowledge of everything, which will automatically come in the mind of jury if you present everything from the basics, whatever you have done. Okay, and this presentation everyone create and show it to me in the first class. This layout design you can do in Photoshop also. Okay, or in whichever software you prefer. One layout you keep, and every class, whatever we do, every class will be doing around 4 to 5 objects. Means basic objects of knowledge. Means if I teach one options, I will teach a object which can be done through that option. So likewise, we will do this object, we will create this object. save it and display it in this kind of pattern. Keep one pattern, okay, and you continue that pattern. So you keep that one pattern and you continue it till all the works you do in your semester, okay. For other things and all, I will guide step by step, okay. So this is the overall thing which I wanted to showcase to you in the first class, that everyone should have an idea that what we are going to learn, what are the things, okay, and accordingly we will plan how we can do it in a better way, okay. And lastly, this is the project work, okay. It's not that you have to do it today itself or next class itself. This is a project work which you can plan ahead of 2-3 classes, okay. So I want everyone to do a VM stand design, okay. So you may come across some designs which you have not learned, as this is the first class, you have learned only box, okay. So you have learnt only box in the first class, okay. In the future classes, you will be learning lots of things, out of which you can do this. And this is the process of creating a design. First is reference collection. So whenever I give you a classwork or whenever you think of doing some design, always make a reference collection of 10 products, 20 products, or any number of n number of products. The more collection you do, it will be much easier for you to interpret a good design. Never start doing any 3D design without looking at a reference. You will end up with nothing, okay. So first thing for creating a design, whatever design you have given, suppose I tell you to design a pen, then you should go to internet and download 50 varieties of pen, okay, and out of that you can see which features are good. You can make a combination of features, okay, some features from this pen, some features from that pen, plus some feature from your creativity, okay. So it is not about copying some features. I want to tell is, when we see a reference and when we create an output out of a reference, our work will be either at par with that product or superior to that product. It will not go inferior, because you have seen the benchmark. But if you have not seen anything, I have seen people who have rendered everything is dark. People have rendered their camera angle is not appropriate. But when you see this kind of references, and you do something which is not looking nice, it will not come to the jury itself. You will itself feel bad that this is not good. I have to at least match whatever I have seen in my reference. So that is why do a reference collection, do a layout drawing, rough drawings, okay, like the drawing which I have done for the rough table which I have shown now. Then out of the layout rough drawing, do the measurement drawing, okay. And for measurement drawing, as I told, everyone should come to the class with a scale and a pencil and a paper, okay. Without that, don't come to the class empty-handed, okay. You will not be able to learn anything, know anything, okay. So whenever you ask some doubts, you should have that scale, that pen, pencil in the hand. Otherwise, I cannot explain things to you, okay. So then we will go to the 3D modeling part in Rhino, then texturing, then lighting. Camera comes with lighting, okay. You have to keep the camera first, then only we can do an appropriate lighting, then the rendering, then the presentation, okay. So this is the whole product cycle which you have to do for all the products which you will be doing, okay. So hope I am able to present whatever I wanted to present to you in an appropriate way and you have understood. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask in the class. Thank you very much, and this is the end of our class 1. Thank you.